Hey everyone, welcome back to CrossTalk podcast. I'm Tomoya.
Hi, I'm Andrea.
So today we are sharing our favorite things. We want to recommend something for you guys to try.
Okay, yeah.
And thanks to at Mochi7830 for suggesting today's topic. She commented on our YouTube video and she said, 今回のネタですが、観光客によくおすすめのお店を聞かれます。二人がおすすめの〇〇について紹介している会話を聞いてみたいです。
Oh, okay. That's a high hurdle.
Yes, it is.
A little bit of a high hurdle. Actually, it's okay.
I think we would talk about our recommendation in general.
Yeah, in general.
Yes. 一般的におすすめしたいことをお話しします。
Okay.
Not just, tourist spots.
Okay.
Because we don't have much in Okayama.
There's really not much. And we don't get asked.
Yes. If it were Osaka or Tokyo.
Yeah, you might get asked.
Right.
Because there's choices.
Right.
But in Okayama, there's no choices.
Only a few.
There's two places to visit and you don't really need to choose. You can see both of them.
Yes. Anyway, okay, let's get started.
All right.
My first recommendation today is a Korean voice percussionist.
Oh.
I found him a few months ago.
Okay.
It's totally different than others.
Okay. What's his name or what's his group name?
His name is Wing.
Wing. Okay.
翼.
Okay. W-I-N-G.
W-I-N-G.
Okay.
You should check it out.
Okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't know what I'm talking.
Okay. I didn't know this before before we started making this episode, so I haven't checked it out yet. So is he popular right now?
I think so. It looks like he has been doing this for more than 5 years.
Okay.
And then he's on the group of voice percussionists.
Okay.
And then,
are they all Korean?
Yes.
Well, I don't know Wing, but I will check it out. But if anyone is very interested in voice percussion, there's an American group that's also really popular called Pentatonics.
Oh, that's an old band.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, actually.
Sorry to say old,
no, it's fine. They have been active for a very long time. And actually, I found out about them from an English textbook that I was using with my students. And they were featured in the textbook. And so I'd never heard of them. And so I looked up their music so we could watch it in class. And it was actually really good. They're still making music. They still make music now. They mostly do cover songs. They're not doing their own original music. They're covering other people's songs.
Yes.
But they do only voice percussion. It's a 5-member group. And some of the members, like you said, like with Wing, I like some of the members better than others. But yeah, it's a fun voice percussion group that's actually really successful.
When you want to say your favorite person, there's a way to say this in Japanese.
Okay. What is it?
Oshi.
Oh, is that what oshi means?
Yes. 何々推し.
Okay, so I thought it was just like your supporter. You're a supporter of that person.
Yes, but
it's a supporter of a person in a group?
Exactly.
Can you be an oshi? Can you do oshi for one, like a solo artist?
I think so. I don't know the term of this oshi, but I think you can say that.
Okay.
Even for a solo artist.
Okay, like you just support them a lot.
I think.
Okay. Not like a follower or something.
It's not like a follower. Yes. But anyway, I am a Wing oshi. This is kind of off the topic, but one of my friend asked me, "What's your favorite artist recently? What are you listening?" And I told him about Mr. Wing, and he was really shocked about Wing's performance.
Oh, really?
Yes. When you hear him, you'll be shocked.
Okay.
With what's possible with just the voice.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. I'll listen to it today after this episode.
Yes.
Okay, my number one recommendation is going to be a Netflix series called, I might have mentioned this in a previous episode, Somebody Feed Phil. And Phil is spelled Phil. So Phil is a real person, and he's a famous comedian. He's a famous actor in America for like TV dramas, for comedy TV dramas. But he's older now, and he's kind of retired. But his main passion is eating. He likes to eat. So this series called Somebody Feed Phil is he and his production crew traveling around the world, and they pick a different city for each episode. So, for example, I don't know, I'm just off the top of my head. Episode number 1 might be, London, and episode 2 might be Beijing, and episode 3 will be Seoul. They go to a different city each episode, or a different place each episode, and they show the food in that country. And he generally he'll hire a food guide tour. He'll take a guided food tour. That was not good English, by the way. He'll take a tour guide to like a food market and walk through the market and show the different kinds of food, and they'll try a bunch of things. And then they also go to some high-class restaurants. So in one episode, you get a good variety of like street food and regular food versus like high class, like what's really new in that country. But also, I like it because they show scenery from the country. So it's kind of a travel documentary also. So it's food plus travel. And then he'll tell jokes. He's a comedian, so he tells jokes throughout the episode. It's just a really good program if you like food and if you like travel.
You really like food programs.
I do, yeah. Actually,
Yes.
I do, yeah.
When I was young, every time I turn on the TV, it's always food programs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Japan has a lot of food programs,
Yes.
actually.
What is called? Who said that? 美味しいじゃない。なんだっけ。うまいじゃない。
Mayu.
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 Mayu was the thing when I was young.
Yeah, I remember people saying Mayu a lot at school. Yeah.
Yeah, so around that time, I stopped watching TV
Okay.
because every time the same food programs,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching the same thing over and over, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, fair.
I got tired of it,
Fair.
and I throw my TV away.
Yeah, there's a lot of food programs on TV,
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
But you like TV? Yeah, you like a show about food.
Well, I mean, I don't like every single thing. I don't really like cooking programs so much, but I like the one on Netflix. I like the one I mentioned because it's travel plus going to unusual places. I do like some of the cooking competitions on Netflix too.
Yeah,
They've
like
got-
Iron Chef or something.
Iron Chef, and there's one, it's a Korean one called Black Spoon, White Spoon, I think, or White Spoon, Black Spoon. I forgot which is first. But it's like famous Korean chefs that work around the world, and they have a competition to see who's the best. And I think the White Spoons I forgot which is which. The White Spoons are the professional chefs, and the Black Spoons are the amateur. And they have lots of competitions to narrow down who is the best from each category. But it's just really interesting, to watch how professionals cook. So, and yeah, the things they come up with. I would never cook like that at home. That's why I like to watch it on TV.
Yes. Western food program always using some kind of ingredients that you can get in Japan. So
Right. So
But
it's fun to watch.
it
but
is.
You're never going to make it at home.
Right. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
when
like the baking competitions, it's like you can't do that at home.
Right.
It's too much.
I like watching this kind of unusual cooking programs, but not Japanese one.
But even like Iron Chef, which is originally Japanese,
Right.
they're still using like some ingredients that you can't get at like a regular supermarket. They're using like really fancy, exclusive stuff, you know.
Yeah, true. Speaking of Netflix, I have something I want to recommend to you.
Okay. To me or to everyone?
To everyone.
To everyone, okay.
To everyone. I recently watching The Hotspot.
The Hotspot. Is that the name of a program?
Is that the name
series?
of it's a series.
A series, okay. It sounds like a Wi-Fi program.
The Hotspot, yeah.
Hotspot. What's it about?
So I'm gonna read out this description of this episode. Kiyomi Endo lives an ordinary life, working at a cheap hotel in her hometown. One day, she nearly gets in a traffic accident, but it's saved by an alien, who is a coworker. It's exciting, isn't it?
It sounds like science fiction / is it romance?
It's not romance.
No, okay.
It's
just science fiction.
It's like a everyday life TV program.
Plus alien.
I
don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's also a kind of comedy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Hotspot. Okay.
I think many of Japanese people like this kind of vibes from this TV series.
I might check it out, but I have a lot on my list to watch right now. So I'll see if it looks interesting to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you got asked about recommendation from someone, how are you going to start with the conversation? How are you going to start with answer?
Okay. So after someone asks you for a recommendation or you want to give some recommendation to someone, as you mentioned, ask some questions first. But then when you're ready to give some information, I would use the phrases you could try this.
Yes.
Or you might want to try this. Or, as I mentioned, I will only recommend things that I personally like. I would say, I really liked Nantoka Nantoka. You might like it too.
Yes.
Yeah, you might like this too. Yeah. What are some other phrases that you might use? Are there anything else?
I personally like to use, why don't you try?
Okay.
Why don't you check out Mr. Wing's voice percussion performance?
Okay. I will.
Okay, so we covered our favorite things.
A few of them.
A few of them. And what we were into recently.
Okay, yeah. So how about our listeners? Do you guys have any recommendations for us? And, we don't live in Tokyo. We're not in a big city. So if you recommend cafes and restaurants, we probably can't go. But if it's something online that you're really interested in that we can check out,
we love to hear what you think if you try any of our ideas.
Okay, yeah.
That's all for this episode, but don't forget to catch our next one.
All right, this is CrossTalk signing off, bringing you English your way every week.
Keep listening and keep shining.
Bye.
Bye.